Hello, John Dilworth here, and look at this. I'm making a a comp, uh, an image to show investors so we could raise money to make our movie. And I'm really just well, I made this part. I put all this together here, and just jazzing it up, and then I used. Um, And I use a background that it was already done. You may remember this. And so I'm just doing something like this. So the other day I was thinking, oh, how could I marry the two of them, the wolves, you know, to each other? And I thought I could do it with, oh, I thought I could do it with their tails. Uh, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do this. Let me see. Maybe I have to put another layer and work on that layer so that I don't have to make errors. So, and I have this claw here, so it's just, that's a problem. I would have to move that claw. But let me see. Right? What if I did that? Something like, not to get weird. Yeah, maybe that's too weird, you think? So anyway, I'm making this composite art, a little showpiece to accompany some other material we need to make uh, to make an impression. Uh, I guess what I'm trying to do is it her tail? I'm not going to put a tail between her legs. Stop saying that. It's terrible. But let me see. Maybe, and then he's going to have one over here too with this guy. And what we can do is just reverse it. It could easily just be, let's say, now it's not between his legs, it's going to be behind him. For all those, this is a kids program here. Well, no, not really. This Howl is absolutely an adult show. So I think that actually works. I rather like that. And I know that we have Vicky Bowes, Vicky Vo, right? If I do that, she has tail animation, right? She did this little thing here. Remember, this is so early, over a year ago, Vicky Vo. And whoopsies. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to. Now the other issue I was having is whether or not they were too big. But I could easily, let's see, wolf. I might have to just combine these two layers. I mean, oopsies. Let me just, because I want to shrink them and merge layers. It's okay. I'm not going to make any more changes. So now I could shrink them. Let's say, I don't know, 95? 95? Whoa. Oops, that went too high. It's 90. Okay, let's do 90. And Bob's your uncle. Okay. So, okay, that looks a little bit more decent. Then I just have to move them over. Hey, what happened? Wolf cleanup. Right, so V. All right, there we go. And that will give me more room. But of course I don't like the way this hand is, so I'll have to cut that hand and move it. But otherwise, I like the scaling. So, and then we have her over here. We have, I've renamed Jane. She's Jules now. She's Jules. I've been doing some writing, and yeah. Can they be closer? I wonder. Let me see. Maybe you just make her a little closer. Yeah. Put a little, you give her a space. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm just talking out loud with you. This is a good space. I just have to extend all this. That's not a problem. And wow, I like that a lot. That and with their tails, I hope I'm making a connection that these are them, right? These are them. I could also, yeah, let me see. I'm just exploring here. Let me go back to level 1. I might have to, let me see. Something like this. I think that's right. And I would have to want to bring that, like they touch. And it's so subtle. And then you have this tail. And that's going to look weird, so I don't want that. I don't want anything that looks sinister, like a phallus. But it's going to look that way anyway, right? Because it's so. Can we do this? And that, of course, will be behind him. Yeah, that could work. And then I'll have that hair piece there. And Jules will be there. And her hair, that two-tone. Okay, so let me just see this. Let me see this. Yeah, and I think also what helps is the direction, the like waves going in. So I just have to extend her, the wolf of Jules. And okay. And then the next thing I want to do is lay a shadow. Oh, I didn't do that. I'll do that. I gotta just lay a shadow. But that's going to be good. All right, so the wolves. So since we're cleaning up the wolves, let's clean up the wolves. And there it is. Let me just cut that down. And well, I realize that this is not quite fun to enjoy, but in a way, we're problem solving together. So what's happened? So this is our, I gotta be careful because this is now we're dealing with the layer that we don't want to really upset. I'm gonna take this part out. All the color is on it too. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. These are the things that we have to live with. Right. There it is. Okay, it's so exciting because that's all I've had so much other demands that I haven't been able to really animate the way I want on HOWL, but we've been developing. I mean, we're trying to raise money, so there's a lot that has to go into that type of thing. Okay, so that's Jim is the wolf. Now, so here is Jules. Like I said, I changed her name. And that's because I can. Jules. So it's Jules and Jim. And the reason why I'm such a fan of that is for the Truffaut film from the same title, Jules and Jim. And other wonderful details that I've decided. Jules's last name. And oh, is it there? Let me do this. Right, that's what it is. Ah, I don't like that. You can do better. Right, and then I'll do this. Oopsies. Oh, and I didn't even, this is just something that came out subconsciously. But I love this. This is like that old, that symbol, yin and the yang. Maybe that's too much. Yeah, I liked it better when it was more subtle. Let me do that. It's quite I generally don't draw on the machine, so I'm a little rusty. But I understand that it's quite a convenient thing. Okay, let me just perfect this. And of course, the more I do this, the better we get. So right there is a problem. And so I'm quite happy with this new composition. And like I said, we're going to show this to investors, and hopefully we get some coconuts. See what happens. Ah, Dilworth, get it together, man. Okay, let's go down. Let's see how this looks. Okay, color, and that's off. Yeah, right? Yeah. So I want to deal with this. Let me do this. And that's touching, so that's what happened? Okay, let me see. Let us see. I'm going to have to go through the old transformer former. And yeah, so it's all about composition, right? And keeping things clear. Doesn't look like I'm going to have an absolutely clear. Well, that'll connect there, unfortunately. But nothing's perfect, right? Nothing's perfect. So then I just have to, right? And this is how we do these things. I just want to clear this up. So I wonder what what we do to stay positive with all this madness. What do we do? Whoopsies. Art, right? Yeah, I know what you mean, art. But then what else? Because this can only get us so far. How about singing and dancing? Yeah, exactly. Singing and dancing. So, oopsies. If you don't know time out, I hope you all do, but this forces us to take a break, and we determine what break we want to take. For me, we've worked 15 minutes already, so now I'm taking a 15 or a 1 minute break and look somewhere else. It forces me to look far away so that my eyes don't go blind and I cause myself injuries. There's so much going on. In New York City, it's snowing. This is just a little palaver as we wait for this monitor to open up. And it's really quite boring. So singing and dancing. So every morning now I've taken on the habit of, first thing before I even have my detox tea, is I listen to Frank Sinatra and the big songs. Those big, beautiful songs, bouncy, optimistic, and they work. They work. It kind of puts me in the right, just changes the atmosphere. And that's what I find I need to recalibrate. So, yeah. So you have art, this beautiful inspirational art, and of course, fantasy, dreams, our ambitions, right? So that's how we do it. I like this so much better now. Thank you for being a part of it. I guess, right. I guess I've done all that I don't have to, right. What am I doing? Oopsies. That's no, we have to, I just have to extend. Oopsies. That's not it at all. Let's break that away. Okay, so maybe we'll just work together a little bit, and all those that are bored can just simply sign out, and I'll continue this effort. Because I did want to put something up, because it has been a while. But I want to let everyone know that work continues no matter what. We will not be dissuaded from our dreams, my friend. We march on, buggers, preventing us from living. Okay. Here we go. Oopsie, Jules. But I want to share. What did I do? I got a little carried away. I have to remember that I merged these damn things, these layers. Before I have, like I've learned, I color in layers, which is a smart thing to do, because then my outlines are always clean and I have endless variety of changes. But this is so parochial. Who doesn't know this if they've been doing this type of thing? That looks a little, I'm going to have to go over that. Let me just finish up here. I got you under my skin. You are the whole of me. And when okay, so this is what happens. I love trying to accomplish something. All right, so let me get back to this thing. I see lots of errors. And we just simply have to continue touching them up. It's never going to be perfect, right? I would have to... Does it look too thick? You won't even notice it. Oy, Dilworth, why drive yourself crazy? In fact, I'm going to do something else here too. I wanted to raise this kid. Just like so. Okay, I know I should be talking, but what happens? You get distracted, and perhaps this is simply just an exercise in trying to fill time while we're creating. Okay. There's so much other things I want to discuss with you, but the problem is that when I'm concentrating, it's hard to remember what I want to say. But I want to thank, there have been so many of you that have been supporters and actually, collecting my art as a fundraising. My fundraising, Kevin Piastra, comedian, has been just wonderful in terms of administering the collections. And you could check our, you can go to Instagram, #SpacemanDilly, and see what wonderful things are going on there. And our eBay, I'll put those in the box below. So, I don't know. I think the rest is just going to be color. I'm just going to color this. And yeah, I'm just looking for balance to see compositionally if everything is flowing. And I really think it is. So I'll get this done today and send it over to my producer and get his opinion. And if there's any changes, I'll do them, of course, and then we move forward. Okay, until next time. Oopsies, little earthquake. Stay animated.